أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.
Marhaba and a very, very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome many of our guests today, including the Deputy Board Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of KPC, Mr. Nizar Al-Adsani, the distinguished heads of KPC, KNPC, Kuwait, and of course, all of our valued delegates here with us this morning, both locally and internationally. And of course, we are here for the third Kuwait Industrial Automations Control Systems Cybersecurity Conference, KIACS 2017. Now, before I begin, can I just address some housekeeping for all of us as we proceed ahead? Mobiles. Can I encourage all of you just to pop those on to silence? Now, in the event of an emergency, please note that we have 2 emergency exits on your left and 1 emergency exit on your right. We're not planning on needing them today, but obviously we will be pointing them out throughout the day. Now, for those of you locating the prayer rooms, they are inside the main hotel and they are within the spa. Please do remember to swipe your lanyards as you come in and back to every session. This will be going forwards as your attendance certificate, so please don't forget. And obviously that will be given to you at the very end of day 2. Now, when you hear the bell ring after each break, can I encourage you to come back promptly and quickly, just so that we can stay on time. And each day there's going to be a lucky draw. 3 of you are going to be walking away with a beautiful new Apple Watch. So do stay around, because the only qualification that you require is to be physically present. So please do remain with us. And lastly, if you look to your right, you will find a translation booth. And within there are some headsets if you wish to have an interpreter's viewage on this morning's proceedings. So, since 2014, this event has been the only forum of its kind here in Kuwait. And it continues to gather leaders and experts representing global companies to provide thorough insights into the latest trends of the industrial automation's control system in the cyber security world. Now, of course, today is the third edition of such, and it includes about 600 participants, 18 speakers, panelists, technical sessions, and indeed presentations for the two-day scenario. We're going to kickstart this morning off, and I'm delighted to invite on stage the Deputy Board Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of KPC. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warmly welcome to the stage Mr. Nizar Al-Adsani for the inaugurational address. Marhaba.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of His Excellency, Minister of Oil, Minister of Electricity and Water, Mr. Isam al-Marzouk, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you today to the third Kuwait Industrial Control System Cybersecurity Conference. I wish to apologize on His Excellency's behalf for not being able to attend this important conference due to an urgent commitment in Parliament today. KBC is a strong advocate of the role of technology in transforming society, building knowledge, and driving efficiency. Today, with the application of all cutting-edge technologies in industrial automation programs and initiatives in the state of Kuwait and other Gulf Cooperation Council countries, we are facing some of the most complicated cybersecurity challenges as a nation and as a region. That is why we are here today. I want to thank all of you for joining us today, members of the oil sector and representatives from the private sector, government, academia, private and consumer groups. Just as well, we are all connected like never before. We have also to work hard like never before, not only to seek investment opportunities, but also to meet the challenges of this demanding and fast-growing digital age. The state of Kuwait has achieved progress in many aspects that we are much proud of. However, the great paradox of our time are that very technologies that empower us to do great good can also be used to undermine us and inflict great harm on our infrastructure, progress, and security. Hackers target the same information technology that help our industry advance. Much of the critical infrastructure in the industrial system run on networks connected to the internet, which is not only empowering, but also dangerous with so many new points of vulnerability that we did not have before. Our citizens are increasingly concerned about new risk and cybercrime. We in Kuwait oil and petrochemical sector consider these cyber threats as a direct challenge to our society and security. In this regard, I assure you that we are taking necessary measures to shield and strengthen our cybersecurity, but unfortunately, it's not enough. We need new legislations and promoting greater information sharing between the government and the private sector. I believe the way to defend critical infrastructure from cyber threats is through government, private sector, and other industries working together, sharing appropriate information as partners. We have to focus on our strengths and resources, and we need to constantly develop accurate measures to protect our digital economy so that it would not fall short of any of its anticipated potential. We have no option but to secure cyberspace. Media reports for cyber attacks around the world remind us on a regular basis of the scale of the challenges we face. We need to build a strategy on three core pillars: defend, deter, and develop. I believe that the key to our success lies in our cooperation among all the parties involved. Moreover, for this, we need to continue on focusing on delivering tangible results to our industry and society. I consider this conference as the right step towards creating awareness and reinforcing cybersecurity in order to ensure protection of all industrial infrastructure within the state of Kuwait. Thank you kindly for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, many thanks. Listening there to Mr. Nizar Al-Adsani from KPC. And of course, moving on to our welcome speech, I'm delighted to welcome onto the stage CEO of KNPC, Mr. Mohammad Ghazi Al-Mutairi. Ladies and gentlemen, please warmly welcome him.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is great to be back at KIACS 2017, especially after the great success of KIACS 2015, and also been watching the recommendation, the progress from KIACS 2015 since that time. It is a privilege to be here this morning with so many distinguished guests and attendees from oil, gas, and petrochemical industries, public sector, information technologies, academia, student, media, and other fields. I'm glad also to be here with you this morning. I would like at the beginning to thank KIACS 2017 Organizing Committee for their excellent effort, and every one of you for attending today, and special thanks to our partner sponsorship, Kuwait. As of KNPC, we consider improving industrial cybersecurity of Kuwait oil and petrochemical sector is an immediate and top priority for us all. Cyberspace has fundamentally transformed the global economy in so many ways. It has transformed our way of life, providing over 2 billion people across the globe with instant access to information, communication, industrial system, and connectivity, and economics and social opportunity, and become persistent need to conduct our business. However, cyberspace also brings a new challenge and risk, and open up a new landscape of business coming along with their cybersecurity. Hackers and cyber criminals can abuse cyberspace to undermine our critical industrial system, to intrude into our network and steal and alter business information that is very sensitive, and also identity for their unlawful gains. These threats are real and seriously increasing. Just consider some of these recent cybersecurity attacks in GCC, Europe, and USA. Millions of passwords were stolen, and more than 40,000 computers were infected, and many industrial facilities were forced to shut down. Based on these facts, imagine the impact on attacks like these would happen and occur into our companies and our business. And you can imagine the amount of damage that can be caused by these attacks. In 2015 alone, global annual losses for cyber crimes were recorded between 500 billion to $1 trillion. From 2016 to 2019, global cyber crimes losses are expected to greatly increase and reaching $2.1 trillion. These attacks mark a significant escalation of the cyber threat throughout the world, and we have a renewed concern about still more destructive scenarios that could unfold at any time. Our distinguished guests, we need to act proactively to get ahead of these challenges by putting in place measures and resources to stop industrial cyber attacks and have them eliminated in their tracks. We are doing this as a priority and as part of our broader campaigns within the Kuwaiti oil and petrochemical industries as well as relative fields. In conclusion, I would like to echo what Mr. Nizar Al-Adsani has said about the importance of partnership between the critical industries of oil, gas, petrochemicals, and other partners to establish a forum to leverage and discuss industrial cybersecurity. I'm sure that KIACS 2017 is going to be a learning and worthwhile experience for us all. I wish you all the success in this event, and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you were listening there to Mohammad Al-Mutairi, the KNPC. Many thanks indeed.